Hi there. If you're new here, my name is Sophia, and if you're not new here, then welcome back to the studio. Yesterday I filmed a day with me. I had my day off yesterday, and I wanted to share what that looks like with you. So sit down, get a drink, get cozy, and let's go back to yesterday. Good morning. I am just getting ready for the day. I have some coffee and I'm making breakfast for my dog. And today I just wanted to hang out. Today is my day off. I had a work event over the weekend, so I got to take a Monday off instead. So that's what we're doing today. I do want to do some art today. I want to start a new book. Um, yeah, we'll see what we get up to today. It is finally feeling like summer. It is probably going to be almost 80 degrees today, and perfect time for iced coffee because it's so hot. Yeah, I just wanted to say hi and get us started for the vlog, and yeah, let's spend the day together. All right, I have finished my breakfast, and before I go and get cozy on the couch for a little while, I need to do some tidying up in this kitchen. So I need to empty the dishwasher, reload the dishwasher, and then there's a couple pots and pans that I need to scrub. So I'm just going to put on a little YouTube video and get going with that. So even if I do nothing else today, at least the kitchen, so that way, even if I don't do anything else today, the kitchen got a little bit tidier. All right, I will see you when I am done with that. We are going for a walk and get some exercise and get some sunshine before it gets too hot out. And yeah, I will take some clips while we're out there. All right, I am back from walking the dog. I had a little bit of lunch, and now I want to work on some crochet. So I have this back piece that will be a vest or like a top, like a tank top. And I need to start the front side. So I've got my first chain set up here, and I need to refamiliarize myself with the pattern, so I'm going to get that going. And then I want to start, and then I want to while I'm doing that, I'm going to watch a new episode of a podcast. So yeah, keeping it easy breezy, beautiful, casual today. made quite a bit more progress on my crochet, and now I'm going to, I think, go sit outside and read for a little bit. My podcast is done, and I'm feeling like I just want to read. I need to start a new book, which I will talk about in a minute. You're on the windowsill. This is a new angle, but the book I'm going to be reading this afternoon, that I'm going to be starting, is The Adventures of Amina Al-Sirafi by Shannon Chakraborty. I think I'm saying that right. And this is a new adult fantasy release. I got it for my birthday, which happened recently. And I believe, from what I understand, the book follows a female pirate who is on the verge of retirement before she gets called back in to complete one last mission. So this sounds like a really nice, this sounds like a great book, and I'm excited to get into it. I've actually never read anything by Shannon Chakraborty before. I know she goes by S.A. Chakraborty for her YA stuff, I believe. Yeah, and so I've never read anything by her, but I've heard really good things about this book, so I am excited to get into it. It's not a small book by any means, but I think that it's going to be a good read. So I'm going to take the dust jacket off, and look at that cute little sailboat. All right, let's go head outside and start reading. Alright, so I just ran to the grocery store and got some groceries, and I'm about to go into Goodwill, but I wanted to stop and talk on the run right now because I read about 50 pages of The Adventures of Amina Al-Sirafi before I left, and I just wanted to chat about that. So far, I really like it. It's told from the perspective of Amina, who is a retired pirate, and she is narrating / retelling this specific story to a scribe. So there is kind of like asides and things like that where she's like commenting to the narrator, like, or commenting to the scribe, like what's going, like her side stories or like little jokes and things like that. And yeah, it's she's been approached to help on a kidnapping event and she needs money to help support her family. And yeah, we're just learning more about her, and they're about to get started on this journey, so it will be interesting to see where we go from here. All right, I'm gonna go to Goodwill for a little bit and we'll talk more about the book later. There's a lot of people in this parking lot and I'm getting a little self-conscious, so see ya in a second. I'm going to go head into bed and do some more reading, but if you want to hear more about this book, you'll have to stay tuned for the next reading vlog. And in classic me fashion, the
end of the day yesterday kind of derailed as the day went on, so the filming got a little scattered, so I never ended up showing you what I got at the Goodwill, because I did get two things. When I go to Goodwill, or at least any thrift store, main categories I look for, fabric, so large swaths of fabric that bed sheets, tablecloths, that kind of thing, fabric that can be repurposed, home goods, whether it be like art, frames, mugs, dishware, anything cool like that. And then I also be sure to check the books section. But in this trip, I was looking for more summery clothes, so dresses, and I need more like work appropriate like summer tops that are like not spaghetti strap, and so I've been looking for more like not necessarily like business wear, but more just like clothes that feel like me but are appropriate to wear to work events when it's hot out. And so I found two items, and I'm going to share them with you now. The first thing is this tank top that is like one of those work event tops. Because some of the work that I do is not necessarily like fancy, I don't necessarily have to have like fancy clothes for these work events. They just have to be like, appropriate. And this is like a vintage, I guess, tank top with a little collar and a little button. Very cute. I'm not going to be trying these on because I haven't washed them yet, so you'll just have to use your imagination. And then the other thing I got is a dress. It is a sort of like faded reddish shirt dress. On me, it probably comes to like maybe a few inches above my knee, which is good because I'm tall. And it is a button-up, and it has long sleeves, which I can roll up. And I think that this will be good also into winter, because with a lot of my dresses, I feel like when they're like sundresses, I can't wear them in the winter with tights because it just like looks kind of weird. So I'm excited about adding those two things to my wardrobe. All right, and I also wanted to give a more coherent reading update to the Adventures of Amina Al-Sirafi, because I tried to give one last night and I was a little all over the place. Mostly because we had been watching Better Call Saul and I was about to go to bed, and I was thinking about too many things at once. But basically the premise is that there is a retired female pirate named Amina Al-Sirafi, and she is infamous and has many tales told about her. And the story is told from her narrating this to a scribe, so we get some like fun little asides, and you kind of get the sense that she's winding this great tale, and you really get a sense of her character through the tone of the writing, which I really like. It has taken a little bit to get used to her voice, but I don't mind that. I think I'm about 50 pages in, and we are leaving on the adventure, so things are happening. The first 50 pages or so, we're getting like tidbits of her past and like tidbits of what she's been up to in retirement and like what she misses about being a pirate, and it is happening. I'm excited to keep reading it. And one thing I like about this story that I didn't know going in is that even though it is like a fantasy story with some aspects, a lot of it is based on real world places, and I'm not sure exactly what time period it's supposed to take place, but it is supposed to take place in like the Indian Ocean, the Arabian Peninsula, that whole region. And so I find it really cool that the map that's in the book, you know me, I love a map. The map that's in the book is of real places and of a recognizable portion of the world. So that has been a nice little surprise. But other than that, I'm just excited to keep reading. I won't be finishing that book in this video, so you will have to tune back in to another reading vlog where I talk about my thoughts on the rest of that book. All right, that brings us to the end of this vlog, and I hope you enjoyed spending the day together, and I hope to see you in another video. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more video content from me, and if you want to see more of my art, please follow me on Instagram at The Cozy Artist, and I will see you in another video.